What's up? What's up there, internet family? It's your girl here, Shawne, live and in front of my home office here in Boston, Mass. As promised, I'm coming to you with today's friendly. Oh, what do we go? What are we gonna call it? Friday's friendly convos with Shawne. That's what we're gonna call it. All right. So last week, as I told you, since this is now our third episode, and what's up, Miss Teresa? What's going on? As we have been discussing over the last two Fridays, I told you I get some of these questions from my favorite show, Divorce Court. A lot of times the viewers will pose a question and the judge will answer, "Hey, Linda, thank you for living in." But today's question actually comes from one of our viewers, Miss Teresa herself. And we were having a conversation after last week's live, and we kind of touched on it a little bit, and she suggested, hey, this would be a good subject to talk about next week. So that's what we're gonna do today. So today's question is actually brought to you again by Teresa. And I don't know if you guys saw the post that I put up when I said I was going live, but today's question is social media and how it impacts your relationship. Now, I have to tell you folks, I see plenty of cases on divorce court where marriages break up over social media. So let's talk about it. So one of the things that I noticed with being on social media is a couple of things that I noticed. But one of the main things I noticed is I see a lot of joint accounts. So, a husband and wife team will have just kind of their one account. And I will tell you, sometimes when people are posting, when you have accounts like that and people are posting, you're not really sure who's posting. Or if you, anything like me, and I always send a birthday shout out to everybody on my timeline, I'm not really sure whose birthday it is that I'm actually saying happy birthday to. So, but let's kind of dive into that. So, social media, as I stated before, I think social media, if used in the right way, can be a great tool. I think social media used in the wrong way can be a bad tool. And so my question is, when you're in relationship with someone, and let's just say you're married and your spouse, your male spouse is, liking another person's picture. Is that cheating? Is he being disrespectful? And vice versa. If it's you liking a guy's picture, is that you cheating? Is that you being disrespectful? How does that really play out? I tell you, I see couples who come in, they're fighting day in and day out. They are fighting because the other person has, liked a woman's picture, or he's in this group for big body women, or he's in this group because he likes big booties, and so he's in there and he's liking pictures and he's having conversations sometimes, or there's messages in his DM. Teresa, why don't you jump in with me here and tell me your thoughts? Should we have should couples in relationship have one social media account? And two, is it cheating if you like a particular thing? Because here's the other question I ask. If that person, let me see what we say. That's true. Teresa says, for me, no, only insecure people would feel that one. D. Emlyn, this direct messaging, someone in your inbox. You know how you send me a message on Facebook and it's, in my inbox. That's simply what it is. What's going on, Miss Tava? Glad to have you live and in with me. So we're just talking about having social media accounts and if they and the impact that they have on relationships. As I was saying, Deanna, I see a lot of people who, I watch the divorce court, and I see a lot of people who come into the court and they're fighting or wanting a divorce because of postings on social media. So one of the things that I saw what was interesting is that this young lady had posted up a picture. And her boo thing, her man, her husband, or whatever, never liked any of her pictures. But he liked every other woman's picture. Or he was in, a group for big body women, a big booty women. And he would like their pictures, but he would never like her pictures. Now his, what I think, dumb response was, well, I'm with her, she should know, so on and so forth. But my question is it really any harm in liking her picture? So again, you guys tell me. I got I have two people on here who are married. So do you feel like that you and your husband should have a joint social media account? Now I know for the people on here, I know that they don't. I know Teresa has hers, Brian has his, I know Deanna has hers, and Marcus has his. But what happened? I guess my question is what happens to the trust? Where is the trust in the relationship? Because if there's no trust, then truly, why are we even in relationship? If I can't trust you to be on social media and know how to behave, and show me the respect, show yourself the respect, and not DMing other women or whatever. Again, I don't understand, and I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Or is it? Is it a big deal if your significant other is liking someone else's pictures? Because here's the other thing I asked my question. Here's the other question I asked myself: Were these people in these groups before I met you, or were they in these groups after we met? Dr. Akins, how are you, sir? Thank you for living in with me. I appreciate it. I don't know if you saw my earlier post, but today we are just sitting here rapping on Friday's Friendly Convos with Shawne, and we're talking about social media and how the impact it has on relationships. And so I just want to get you guys viewed. This is actually a great panel, because actually everybody that I'm talking to, probably with the exception of Linda, who I can see live and in with me, is married. I'm not. I'm single. So for me, I feel like this. I'm secure in who I am. If you feel a need to go out and DM other women and whatever, you want to like a picture, like a picture. I really don't care. If our relationship is solid, then what you do on social media shouldn't be a threat to me. Now, it's different if you're DMing these people and you're talking about getting together and hooking up and all that other stuff. Then I find that to be disrespectful. But is it disrespectful if a married person goes on someone else's page and just simply likes a picture? You guys let me know. Teresa, your thoughts. Deanna, your thoughts. Dr. Akins, your thoughts. Is there a problem with that? Are we that sensitive that we no longer can like someone else, like another female's picture or like another male's picture if we are married? And maybe it's just a simple picture. Maybe it's not anything provocative, anything. It's just a picture. You guys tell me. I would love to know. Teresa, what you got for me? Seeing that we talked about this subject last week. It's like playing Jeopardy. Do, 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 do. What we got, guys? What we got? All right, nobody's got nothing to say, huh? Well, as I stated, for me, I'm secure in myself. I don't think it's a big issue, but I'm sure that others would. I don't know if I necessarily want to have a joint social media account with my significant other. Really don't. If I trust you, you trust me, we trust each other, then that's all that matters. Now, if you cheating and you doing other crazy things, then we got issues, but I still don't necessarily need or want a joint account. But that's just me. Maybe you guys feel different. So drop those comments. Let me know. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Anybody? Somebody? Anybody out there? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Well, all right. Seems like I don't have any response. I guess this was a maybe it was a do not touch subject. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. All right. Let me see. We got some answers popping up here. All right. Let me see. Teresa says my husband. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Someone was trying to live in. All right. So let's see. We say Teresa liked the darn pic. Absolutely, Linda. Linda says I'm single, but I respect myself first. Michelle says trust is key. Hey, Michelle, thanks for living in with me. Um, Let me see what we got. It's a good point, Ben. It really is. I think, but I really feel like that people are really I feel like that people are just really being petty though with some of the stuff. I mean, it's crazy some of the things that I see. I mean, you know, is like I'm with you. Is a like saying that this is more than that? We want more than that? Or what? It's crazy to me. Let me see. Yeah, true, true, Teresa, true. I don't know, guys. I think it's really truly crazy. For me, I really do. I think that one, you truly have to just be secure with yourself and who you are. I think you have to have trust within yourself and your partner. And I think if in the communication, and I think if you have those, I think if Dr. Aiken said it best, that he believes there must be a clear understanding of what it means first. Um, he says there is no universal meaning for the use of these icons, whether it's a like or love. I agree. And I think, again, if you're solid in your relationship and you're just simply liking the picture just because you like the picture, and I think that's what social media is. We're supposed to be on social media to be social. Um, I don't feel like if you're doing it in any type of harmful way that it would be anything. Dr. Aiken says, I click like as a means of acknowledgement. It lets a person know personally that I saw it. I use love when I agree or find whatever posted to be interesting or a pic is very good. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I go and scroll up and down my news feed every day, and most of the times I get people likes, and there'll be a lot of times, especially if I see people who need prayer, who have maybe lost a loved one or whatever. Those types of things always get love. With you, Dr. Akins, if it's something it's really inspirational, something that it resonates with me, it'll get love. I try to give love to everybody because honestly, we live in such a crazy world today, truly, that I probably give out more loves than I do likes, and that has nothing to do with me trying to get at somebody or any of that or be in their DMs. I think that again, the world and the things that are going on in the world, we all could use a little extra love. So I try to really give love to everybody, but it doesn't really mean. I think that's what Dr. Akins is saying. It doesn't really mean that I'm trying to holler at you. It just simply means that I feel you, and it just move on. And I scroll through. It's not like I'm just sitting there just going through a person's page and just loving everything. And it's crazy. Um, but it to me, I just can't believe that relationships break up over social media. There's so many other things in this world that relationships could break up over, and to me, social media is just simply petty. Let me see what Teresa said. Absolutely. That's what I just said. I really think that's just it. You gotta have. I think if you have great communication skills and we understand what social media is, we're on social media to follow our friends and we make new friends or whatever. And a lot of times, we we're on social media and we're making new friends. Not them necessarily trying to get at them, but just because something that they said, their page, the post that they put up is something that resonates with me. There's a lot of people right here on this live who I like all of their stuff. People I know, my partners in business and success. I see things that they're doing with their kids, with their family. They always get love from me. That's not, hey, I'm trying to holler at your man, or hey, I'm trying to holler at your girl. It's not any of that. It's just simply saying, hey, I love you, and I love you like a sister. I love you like a business partner. I love you like family. And it's just a simple heart, and I move on. All right, let's see what Michelle says. Oh, that's Michelle agreeing with you, Teresa, totally. So let me see what Linda says. Well, Linda, here's the thing about Facebook. So one of the things you got to remember about social media is that, again, we talked about this before, is that social media is supposed to be social. It's supposed to engage with other people. But again, you have a tool that can be used for greatness, and there's always going to be people out there who try to use it for evil. So you're going to get those creeps who, will come in your inbox and say something, or, talk about that they love you and all this other stuff. And that stuff happens. You just kind of have to take that stuff and just ignore it and kind of move on. All right, let's see what Dr. Aiken says. It says, however, I will never respond on a picture that is inappropriate or would be perceived as such. If a woman is advertising, I move on whether I know her or not even for the sake of my wife, but let me see. Let me see. But for my man, for my namesake. Absolutely. And that's what I mean. I just feel like if that, a lot of times what I see, and from what I hear on divorce court a lot of times, and in some cases it truly is just being disrespectful. Men are on there, like I said, big body woman pictures, big booty women with big booties and all this other stuff, whatever, and it's driving their mate crazy, and it's almost like they can't seem to understand why. Absolutely, Ben. And that's truly what I mean. I think for us, we're on social media for a whole different reason and purpose. And it's who you are as an individual. If you conduct yourself with, style, class, and grace, or whatever, then everything that you do is going to be above board. You know what I'm saying? I think it's, a lot of times I see these younger couples, these millennials who are just, and even some older people though, they're just bugging because, oh, he didn't like my picture. They're in relationship, but the boyfriend or the husband didn't like my picture on social media. Why does it even matter? Why do you need to be validated on social media by a like? That's what I don't understand. It's kind of like we've taken social media to another whole realm, and it doesn't make sense to me. It's a social platform where people are just hanging out, and I agree with you, man. If it's inappropriate, then I'm not gonna like it. And if it's a picture I like it, and I move on. I'm not liking the picture and then just sitting there and looking at it and thinking about it, and it's on my brain all day. I'm not doing any of that. But it's really interesting, when I really just kind of watch that show, and that's why I decided to bring it to my Facebook fam, because a lot of times I said maybe it's just me. I look at things a lot of times through a single person's lens, because that's what I am. You know what I mean? So, it's always great to get someone else's perspective, of other people who are single. It's always great to get perspective of people who are also married, in a relationship like that. And that's part of the reason why I brought it, because a lot of times I just can't believe that people are actually breaking up over a like, or, because of the type of groups that he likes, or, the type of groups that he's in. Let's see, Michelle says it has been subliminally encrypted to cause controversy in society, to bring division sometimes. Absolutely. And I think we fall into the trap a lot of times. I don't think that social media should play that big a role in someone's relationship. I just don't. And, I could say, hey, Ben, thank you for living in. Ben Clark, I appreciate you. But it does, I mean, I got social media accounts, but mine's are being used, trying to use it for good, trying to use it to be helpful to other people, trying to help inspire other people, the motivational quotes, the affirmations, even the word of the day. I haven't done that in a while, but just learning new words. I'm trying to be responsible and cautious about, and about what I put out there. I'm really trying to help other people is what it's about. I'm not out here to try to hurt or harm anybody. But again, I see a lot of people who, again, relationships are breaking up over social media. So listen, you know what, guys? I appreciate you. We had some great dialogue. If you guys want to continue the conversation, please comment below. I'm glad you guys chimed in with me. Truly, truly appreciate that. Again, this is our weekly Fridays Friendly Convos with myself, Shawne, here on Facebook Live. I also upload these videos to my YouTube channel as well. And so, you can feel free to grab it and, go over to YouTube and grab it there. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. This is just a day that we just kind of come and we hang out and we just have conversations. Real simple. I started this. This is now, I think, this is season 1, episode 3 of Fridays Friendly Convos with Shawne. And so we just here, just hanging out, and just chilling. Next time, we bring some popcorn, be sitting down. It's like watching a movie. But I really do appreciate you guys for jumping on. You guys can be doing anything and everything else besides sitting here listening to me. So I do appreciate you all. I love you all. And I thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Listen, before I go, if you guys have something you want to discuss next week, drop me a comment here, inbox me. Most of you guys have you know what, Ben, you're absolutely right. It probably did. But when I see it from my standpoint, this is where they bring it in at, that, social media and the likes, so on and so forth. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, if you guys have a topic that you want to discuss, you want to hang out with me next Friday, again, drop me a comment in this video, DM me on here on Facebook. If you have my number, give me a call. Let's sit down and talk about it. Again, today's topic was actually brought to me by Teresa, so I appreciate you for jumping on as usual, giving your input and sharing what you want to talk about next. So until next Friday, guys, as always, peace.